kids, I have you that we discovered this Confederate cemetery. There's a lot of major engagements. Everybody knows about Gettysburg, and everybody knows about Fredericksburg and Cold Harbor, but it's the places like where we are right now, Huntersville. In early August, right through early September, I was right here in Huntersville, this little small community that seems to be much of nothing, but yet we had several thousand troops right here. Can't drive that creek right over there. Troops on paper, but we were lucky to have 4,000 to 5,000 that were available because the rest were sick. And they come here in this particular region, the Huntersville, West Virginia, Western Virginia at the time, and put up a defense over in Camp Allegheny through the Chief Mountain Range and all this to keep this passage open. It was critical.
Huntersville Cemetery, Confederate Cemetery. I used to play there when I was a kid with neighbor. His name was Michael. We'd lay down in them and pretend we were cowboys and Indians. And one day we were playing, and my head hit something when I was laying, and I dug a little bit, and I pulled out a skull. I said, "Oh, cool! I'll take that over to show it to my mother." I think all of Huntersville heard her scream, "Where did you get that, Mary?" So we took it back. I told her where I got it. We took it back and buried it because we knew it was a Civil War soldier.
When I was little, I used to come up here and play. This was all cleared off through here, woods over there, trees right here, but this was all bare. And there were no headstones. There were just rocks like these at every hole. And I asked my aunt one time what they were, and said she thought they were Indian graves. I asked my dad what kind of Indians were buried here, and he said it wasn't Indians, it was soldiers. And I said, soldiers from where? And he said, from the war between the states. That's the first I ever heard of the Civil War.
11 years ago, I had the pleasure of meeting Mary Jo Fisher and Mike Sheets, and through them, and with a lot of research, all that you see here has come about.
I got into the genealogy group in Marlinton, and we started indexing cemeteries, and I wanted to reclaim the one that is down here in Huntersville, the Revolutionary War Cemetery where John Bradshaw was buried, and the guy that owned most of Huntersville's land and deeded the cemetery to the town, and that's where he's buried at. And we got that one, and then one day I got a call from Vonda Dixon. She started talking about a place on a hill where guys died, and then I said, "Oh, I know where that is." Yeah. And it just all came together. We found, well, I don't know really how many stones we have right now. I have to go there and count them again. But it's just an awesome thing, and it just made my heart warm that we were able to recognize the guys. Telling me about describing the place and the person, and she mentioned John Savage. He's the one that fought here or came through here too from Tennessee. He was a senator, and I told her, I said, I'm pretty sure we got your boys. I'm 99.9% sure we have your boys. And as I say, the rest is history, because she got very excited, very. And she's a great person. There's just no doubt about it. And we've ordered stones. She's identified them, the guys, and we don't have we have one stone that's in the right place, but the rest of them, we're not sure if they're in the right place, but they do have recognition. So I don't know how we'd have done it without her. She's an awesome lady.
To find the graves of soldiers who died here in Huntersville became an obsession. This man, a relative, was, yes, just part of that obsession. I spent years trying to find him. Miss Mary Jo Fisher was the one who led me. He had, after finding him, we added other names just started coming about, and that's how this whole cemetery came.
And the federal government will take care of the stones. They'll provide these for you. If you see stones like these and they're curved, those are U.S. soldiers. They could be from almost any war. If they come to a point, that's Confederate soldiers. And even for the sake of grave marking, Confederate veterans are considered U.S. veterans, and that for those purposes, and they'll provide them.
Too, so there's a lot of history here, and then of course it was also a Civil War spot that was very significant with the cemetery, and we had Mary Fisher and those people involved with that, so that grown from there too. So the tradition days has just grown into something that we want to preserve, the crafts and the ways of that time in the late 1800s, and also to promote the education from the young people. So recently, in the last 3 or so years, we've had Mike Sheets and his group come through, and that's what one of our goals has always been to start with, is to educate the people on the significance of Huntersville and the historical significance of it. So that's where it kind of got started.
William was born in Charlotte, Virginia. He enlisted as a private on the 24th of June, 1861, Company A, 21st Virginia Infantry, and died of typhoid in this place. He was the son of William and Elizabeth Jordan. In the 1850 census, he's living with a sister and brother-in-law, Elizabeth and Joseph Ramsey, who was a stonemason. Joseph Ramsey.